Today we're going to find the world's smallest rattlesnake.
And we're going to give you 5 clues to see if you can guess what it is before we find it.
Let's hit the trail. So the first clue is that these creatures are ectotherms, or cold-blooded. That means they require the sunlight or the outside temperature to help them get going. So we're going to be searching the roads and looking for basking spots like fallen logs. Let's hit the trail.
So we're out here walking the sandhills looking for these animals. What we're doing is flipping logs and just looking in the sand for tracks and other things like that. So hopefully we have some luck today. I just spotted in this plant what I believe to be a green lynx spider. It looks like it's a female on eggs, so I'm not going to try to handle her. Don't want to stress her out, but look at how cool that spider is. If you want to learn more about the green lynx spider, there'll be a video linked down below in the description where we found a green lynx spider with our friend Mikey from Cool Critters. How beautiful. Female green lynx spider with an egg sac. All right, let's slowly let the plant go. These guys are harmless to people, but I don't want to stress her out, so.
Let's continue our search and see what else we can find today.
Your second clue is that these guys are venomous, which helps them take down the prey of lizards and other smaller organisms. Let's hit the trail and continue. You got it?
This right here is an adult eastern fence lizard. We just caught him hanging out on one of these logs. They get their name fence lizard or fence post lizard because usually they'll be found on fences, especially out in the country. These guys blend in perfectly with their natural habitat, which is the bark of most trees. Let's compare it to this tree. Check out how well camouflaged this lizard is. It blends in perfectly, especially with the chevron banding. Now we can tell this is not the Florida scrub lizard because it doesn't have the characteristic brown stripes on the sides. Here, we'll put a picture up of a Florida scrub lizard. This doesn't have that solid brown stripe down the side like the Florida scrub lizard. Instead, it has these chevrons across the back. I believe this is a adult female because it doesn't have a lot of blue on the belly. It does have some blue around the chin, however. This lizard would mostly be feeding on insects and these small crevices of the bark and along the trees. And they're a great prey item for the snakes out here in the sandhills, including some of the coach whips, coral snakes, scarlet snakes. Let's go ahead and put them back and see what else we can find. Clue number 3. These are the world's smallest rattlesnakes. They only get about 2 feet in length, and whenever they're born, they curl up to the size of a quarter, so we got to keep our eyes out.
Finally found the first Gopher Tortoise Burrow of the day. Once again, just coming up here. Make sure not to step on the apron. That is usually where they lay their eggs, so just keep off the apron and off the sandy part. But it's great to look for tracks and any other signs of animals. All right, guys, we just found our next animal. It's a beautiful Gopher Tortoise. The beautiful Gopher Tortoise, guys. This is probably the most important in all of Florida because it provides over 350 animal species homes through its burrows. In habitat that has prescribed burns or even wildfires, Gopher Tortoise burrows are so crucial. Without them, so many species would die. And whenever they're abandoned, new species take them over. The fourth clue is that these are vipers, so they have heat-sensing pits on the side of their face to help them detect their prey at night whenever they're most active. But it also helps them with protection from predators. The fifth and final clue is that these snakes' venom is used for research in the medical industry, and that's why these animals are so important.
Guys, I just found the first snake of the day. Luke doesn't even know what it is. Luke, are you ready for this? Do you want to try to spot it before I show you? Yeah. All right, I'll give you a hint. It's on a log. All right, come check it out, dude. I'm so pumped. We just found it. Okay, we're walking along this kind of swampy marsh area. One of the things I know is to look on logs because that increases your chance of finding this species by almost 70%.
A dusky in this habitat, I would have never expected that, to be honest with you.
So we just found a dusky pygmy rattlesnake, and we're actually in the middle of a swamp area, so they're actually not on the ground. He's up off the ground. There he is. Beautiful dusky pygmy rattlesnake. This is Cisterus millerus barberi. It's the subspecies of the dusky pygmy rattlesnake, and it's actually a juvenile. Do you see that little green tip kind of on the left side? That's its tail. It's called a Caudal Lure. These guys are rattlesnakes. They're the third species of rattlesnake found in Florida, the eastern diamondback and also the canebrake or timber, whatever you want to call it.
I've never seen a beetle crawl over a rattlesnake before. Oh, did you guess correctly? The pygmy rattlesnake is the smallest rattlesnake in the world. If you want to learn everything you need to know about the pygmy rattlesnake, click in the middle of the screen. Until next time, get out and get wild.